amazing animal appetites.
Ah!
Hi, Henry. You look like you're getting ready to do some serious cooking.
Bonjour, welcome to Henri's place. Have you booked a table? Because we're pretty full.
You are? You are? Wow, Henry. Henri. How are you going to feed all these customers? They'll all want different menus. Some of them even eat each other. Is that your waiter?
It's a zoo in there. You wouldn't happen to know what they all eat.
Well, Henry, animal appetites are no easy matter. Appetites have developed in different ways for different reasons. Some animals have a sweet tooth.
Yum! Dessert! Unbearably delicious!
Others are nuts about nuts. Some are happy herbivores.
Excuse me?
Herbivores, animals that eat plants.
All right.
Some small creatures like big meals. Others prefer light snacks.
He's partial to seafood.
This eagle has more exotic tastes.
Snake! Yuck! Termites! Double yuck!
Sometimes nourishment is easy to obtain. And sometimes it isn't. When you're hungry, you have to keep an eye on your next meal before someone else tries to get it.
Hey, don't stick your tongue out at the table. It's bad manners. Well, that's one way to deal with uninvited dinner guests. Whoa! And he's not going to leave any witnesses.
And here's someone else without table manners, the basking shark.
Yikes! Scary!
Calm down. He doesn't eat lizards, only microscopic creatures called plankton.
How does he catch them if they're so small?
He just cruises along with his mouth open, and all the tiny plankton creatures get sucked in, along with 330,000 gallons of water every hour.
Amazing! I guess he has to eat with his mouth open.
Some animal food can be pretty hard to eat.
Nuts! They are no problem for Chef Henri. I learned this technique at Cordon Bleu.
You did? Third time's a charm. I think your dinner guest has lost his patience. If at first you don't succeed...
Give up! They're impossible! Nobody can open something like that.
Wrong. You just need the right tools for the job. This gray squirrel has sharp teeth perfectly suited to cracking nuts. Lots of other animals eat nuts, and what they all have in common is special teeth to help them break through the hard exterior. This agouti is a rodent with incredibly sharp teeth. In fact, it's the only animal that can break the tough outer shell of a Brazil nut.
That's nutty! Imagine his dentist bills.
I don't think the agouti goes to the dentist, Henry.
Just kidding. More nuts. Don't tell me there are underwater nut eaters.
These pacu fish from the Amazon like to think so. They hang out under trees waiting for nuts to drop and crush them with their powerful jaws.
Wow! Sure picked that one up fast. Oops, missed. If at first you don't succeed.
When you have a taste for nuts, but you don't have the teeth to open them, you need to develop your own special technique. This chimp uses 2 rocks to do the job. Apart from humans, chimps are one of the very few animals to have figured out how to use tools.
They're very clever. I hit my thumb every time I use a hammer. That's a big nut.
A coconut, to be precise.
I do love it when you're precise. Wow! Can we see that again?
Sure. Chef Henri, you've got a customer.
Oh, let's see. I wonder if he's a herbivore. Maybe some... Ta-da! Grass! Maybe he's an insectivore. Ta-da! Oh, maybe not. There must be something he likes. Ta-da!
The tiger's a carnivore, Henry. He likes meat.
Smells good. Smells really good.
Lots of animals are meat eaters. They eat other animals. I don't think they wanted their sausages to go. Henry, taking meat away from carnivores isn't a great idea. And it's not just big mammals that eat meat. Here are some fearsome fishy flesh eaters from the Amazon.
Pajamas!
Piranhas.
You say piranhas, I say pajamas.
Henry, the red-bellied piranha has incredibly sharp teeth. When a shoal or group of piranhas attacks another fish or animal, it's had it. The piranha's teeth are so sharp that some South American Indians make razors and scissors from them.
Sharp thinking.
When carnivorous animals hunt for food, it does mean that other animals are going to get killed.
I know I'm not gonna like this part.
These African cheetah on the Serengeti Plain are looking for their next meal.
Uh-oh, I think they found it.
The cheetah does all the hard work, running at up to 60 miles an hour to catch the gazelle. But once it's caught it, there will be other carnivores who want their share. Some creatures have a bird's eye view when it comes to spotting a free lunch.
Vultures, right?
Right. The cheetah and his relatives have got to eat fast before the scavengers arrive.
Uh-oh, uninvited guests.
The griffin vultures are usually the first to arrive, and when they start to drop in, it's like a big sign to other animals saying, "Free food here." These scary-looking guys are lappet-faced vultures. They're at the top of the pecking order, and they'll shove their way to the head of the table.
Bye-bye!
The vulture gang will mob the cheetahs until they drive them away.
How rude.
Manners aren't the top priority when you're trying to survive in the wild.
More party crashers. Pretty foxy.
Actually, it's a jackal.
Well, I never.
But even these scavengers only enjoy a short time with their stolen meal. The real top scavenger has seen them. And when the spotted hyena arrives, no one else gets a chance. The hyena has bone-crushing jaws, a stomach so acid that it can even dissolve hooves, and a fearsome appetite to match. A pack of hyenas can eat an entire zebra in just 15 minutes.
Excuse me. Talk about fast food.
Henry, it's time for your special report. Henry, time for your report. Come here. You are ready, aren't you?
Now?
We're waiting for your report about the eating habits of snakes. You are prepared, aren't you?
Excuse me. Of course I'm ready. I'm going to tell you how a snake can swallow food twice as big as its whole head without even chewing.
Okay, then. I'm all ears.
All ears, huh? Must be hard shopping for headphones. Anyway, it all has to do with bicycle pumps. Yeah, that's it. You know, the kind you use to put air in your tires? So let's examine the facts, and let me explain it to you. When a snake gets a hankering for a certain food, like eggs, he goes on a roll.
A roll?
Nothing can stop him in his quest for a perfect meal.
Like an egg?
Exactly.
Don't say it.
Exactly.
I get your point, Henry.
Now, where was I?
That's what I was wondering.
I'm getting to it. Don't rush me. Now, snakes really, really love eggs, but it's really hard for them to get one into their tiny mouths, and they don't know how to make omelets. Although their friends want to help them out, they can't. Working a bike pump is something they just don't know how to do. There's only one thing to do. Hire a gorilla.
A gorilla?
Is there an echo in here? Yes, a gorilla. Gorillas are the only animal who know how to work bicycle pumps. They insert the pump into the snake and voila! The snake is filled with air and gets big enough to eat the egg. It's called expansion.
This is getting exasperating.
Well, how do you think the snake feels? Sometimes he gets so big he floats off into the riser with the birds and doesn't get any eggs at all. So hire your gorillas carefully and remember, you heard it here first, so it's straight from the lizard's mouth.
Henry, you're exhausting. You really think anybody's going to believe that?
Yeah!
Well, Henry, the egg-eating snake does like eggs.
Told ya!
But when a snake wants to eat an egg bigger than its own head, it doesn't need a bicycle pump. It simply dislocates its lower jaw. Even the bones in its head separate temporarily. The skin stretches so tight you can even see between the snake's scales.
Whoa!
That way, it can fit the egg down its throat. And then it does this really neat trick.
Yuck!
It rubs the egg against sharp bones in its spine, and that breaks the shell. So the snake can drink down the egg's soft inside and spit the shell back out.
Amazing! But kind of gross.
Henry, that looks appetizing. Who's it for?
Enough of this eggs and meat stuff. I'm cooking vegetarian.
Hungry herbivores! You'll need more food than that. Keep it coming, Henry. Cows have 4 stomachs, so there's lots of space to fill. Unlike meat, plants don't have a lot of protein in them. So herbivores have to eat more, chew better, and take longer to digest their food than meat eaters. And it's not just cows. Look at this proboscis monkey with its big stomach.
Maybe he's been eating too much.
No, it feeds on young leaves that take a very long time to digest. So if there's a big pile of green stuff sitting around in your belly, you wouldn't want to do too much.
I'd probably just want to veg out.
Proboscis monkeys spend half the day sitting still and digesting. Like these monkeys, many other herbivores have specialized appetites.
Hey, these gourmets aren't galloping.
No, they're just grazing on the long coarse grasses of the African savanna that are their special meal. When many different herbivores share the same home, it's important that they have different tastes. Otherwise, there won't be enough food to go around.
You mean no seconds?
Animals have to eat what they can get, where they can get it. The giraffe uses its long neck to get leaves other grazers can't. The spines on that acacia tree are really sharp, but they're no problem for the giraffe's tough tongue. It's also one of the longest tongues in the animal world, 18 inches long.
Excuse me, that's amazing! Hey, watch it! Isn't he getting a little carried away?
I know it looks that way, but
But what? I never get to do that.
although elephants do destroy a lot of vegetation, the trees they pull down as they eat help extend the plains for other grazers.
How?
The 300 to 800 pounds of vegetation that each elephant eats each day stops woodland from developing on the plains. Most of the grassland animals can't feed in the woodland. They need grass.
So it's the elephant that keeps them all in clover.
That's grass, Henry.
Sure. And now, Henry's Amazing Golden Gecko Award for the all-time best amazing animal appetite. Third place bronze medal goes to the Australian koala, who's so finicky about food, it only eats the leaves of the eucalyptus plant. Second place silver goes to the goat, who's so unfinicky, it will eat almost anything, anytime, anywhere. But my Golden Gecko Award for the all-time best amazing animal appetite goes to the sea otter, who carries his own dining table and cutlery with him wherever he goes. These sea otters live off the coast of California and love to eat mussels, abalone, sea urchins, and clams. They need to eat 30% of their body weight every day because they burn up a lot of energy swimming and keeping warm in the cold sea water. So they dive to the bottom to go seafood shopping. Once they found something, they go back to the surface for a breath of fresh air and a bite to eat. Only trouble is, their favorite food, crabs and mussels, come in such hard containers. But the otter has his own crustacean opening device. First, he looks for a big stone. Then he lies on his back and uses the rock like a chopping board. Smashing the hard shells against the rock to crack them open. Sometimes they even carry their favorite rock with them all day long, safely tucked under their outer arms. Isn't that just utterly amazing?
It is, Henry. It really is. Hey, Chef Henri, how's the menu coming along?
C'est magnifique! There's something to suit everyone's taste.
Looks like the goat loves the whole menu, Henry.
Huh?
As you know, goats will eat almost anything, even your cooking.
Maybe he'd like it with ketchup next time.
Well, Henry, many other animals do have very particular appetites. These frigate birds who live in the South Atlantic are known as the pirates of the seas.
Pirates? Man the sails! Load the cannons! Lock up the cookies!
Henry, they're not after your cookies. They eat fish, and that's pretty much all.
So why are they attacking that bird?
That bird's a booby.
Who you calling a booby?
The frigate bird has learned to let someone else do all the hard work. It waits while the smaller booby bird catches a fish. And then, just like a pirate, it steals what it needs.
Stand by to repel boarders! Man the fridge!
Then the poor booby has got to go fishing all over again.
Boy, guess we know how he got his name.
These frigate birds have big appetites and bad attitudes. They'll keep chasing the boobies until they've had enough to eat.
And the booby prize goes to... Yikes! What's that?
It's a wolf eel.
I feel ill just looking at it.
And this is a spiny sea urchin, the eel's favorite food.
But how does he eat that?
The mouth of the wolf eel is specially toughened to let it crunch away at these spikes without hurting itself.
Wow!
Here's another amazing animal who has a specialized diet, the fishing mouse.
A fishing mouse? Yeah, and I'm a hang-gliding gecko.
It's for real. It lives in South America.
The one that got away!
Just like the sea otter, the fishing mouse needs lots of food to keep its body temperature high and stable.
He's got one! Silly me. I thought all mice ate cheese. I guess there truly is no accounting for taste.
So, Henry, has all this helped you with your animal restaurant?
Hey, he's eating the profits!
Running a restaurant isn't easy when the customers all eat such different things.
It sure is a busy place. Between plant-eating herbivores, meat-eating carnivores, and everything-eating omnivores, I don't know how I find the energy to keep it going. So many mouths to feed. I don't think I've made the right career choice.
Hey, waiter!
Oh, now the staff won't even help with the cleanup. And I'm getting really bad dishpan hands.
Henry, you must be exhausted. You haven't had time for a meal yourself. So here's a special surprise. Chocolate bugs.
My favorite.
Remember, animal appetites can be unique and amazing. Even yours, Henry.
May we? I'm going to go see if there's any more of those chocolate-covered critters.
Bon appetit and au revoir, Henri.